Hello, welcome, and happy National Library Week. I have some books here that I got from my library, and excuse my voice, I'm coming down with something. So I went to my library this week, and um, I didn't record in my library because I'm not that confident. I cannot do that yet. Maybe one day, maybe in the future. But I usually visit two of my libraries. I visit my local in my city library, and then I also have my county library, which gives me the opportunity to have more access to more books, and I love it. So first I'm going to show you what I got in my local library, and I'm really happy with their selections. I'm really happy they have such a big selections in Spanish books, and I actually got two of them. I got this one. It's called Diablo Guardian. I'm not sure of the translation. If I find it, I'll put it up in the screen, or I'll put a picture of the screen of the cover in English. But this is by Javier Velasco, and I'm excited. I've heard people talk about this, but yeah, I don't know. So we'll see. We'll see about this one. Then I have Carlos Fuentes, Los Años de Laura Diaz. This is a collection of short stories. Let me see if I can find. So this is the index, and it has quite a few different short stories. I'm not planning on reading all of them, but I am planning on, there's a couple that I'm interested to read, and I'm excited about this one as well. Then I have Women of Light by Kelly Fajardo Anston, and this is a book that I read in audiobook form, but I wanted to read the physical copy. So I requested it from my library, and they finally had it available, so I picked it up. Then, like I said, I went to my county library. First, I got Michelle Obama, The Light We Carry. This one is a book that I've seen a few people talk about, and you know, I've read her other book. I've read Becoming by her, so I am interested to read this one as well. Then these two books are actually my daughter's books. She wanted to get a picture book, Would You Rather Be a Princess or a Dragon, which is a pretty funny story. We read it already, and I thought it was pretty cute. The illustrations are really cute as well. So she got this one, and then she wanted to read a chapter book. So she's a big girl, she wants to read chapter books now. So she got The Two Wrong Halves of Ruby Taylor by Amanda Panitch. I apologize, I'm saying that wrong. And we have not read it yet. I think she had already started like a few chapters, but we'll see what this one is about, and we'll see if she likes it. So yes, now, not only does this happen in my county library, not only did I have some wonderful books to read that I borrowed, but they also had a library sale, and I got a whole bunch of books. I think I overdid it a little bit, but I am trying to build up my library in my classroom. So I have all of these, and I'm excited to bring them into the classroom. I'm excited to show the kids that they have new books. You know, it's not new books, but they have new books to read. So I got the 5 Minute Snuggle Stories from Disney. Oh, and there was a dedication from somebody. Oh, this is so sweet. What a nice surprise. It's so nice to see a dedication in a book. And, you know, don't worry, the love for this book will be passed on to other kids. Then I have this one, Click Clack Moo, Cows That Type. And I was excited about this one because this is a book that I've read with my own kids. And I was excited to bring it into the classroom. And then when I opened it, it turns out that it was Giggle Giggle Quack. Same author and same illustrator and everything. It's in the same farm, you know, that both books happen. And it was a fun story, but you know, I thought I was getting one book. It's still okay. I'm still gonna keep it, and I'm actually thinking of just putting it in the library just like that and see what the kids say when they open it. Then I have, let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the Magic Tree House books. They're not in order, but maybe one day I can get the whole collection. And I got, does it say the number? I got number 35, number 13, 30, 21, and 29. Let me put them in order because that's going to bother me. There we go. So I got these 5, and oh, this one even has stickers in it. So yeah, these are short stories of, I don't know if you haven't heard of the Magic Tree House. It's, with my kids, I've only read the first one. I still have to read the rest of them, but it's basically these kids that have a Magic Tree House. They go on an adventure. Every time they open a book, it takes them directly to that story in that book. So it, they're very fun. They're very fun if you have young kids. And even I'm sure my older kids in the classroom, I think they're gonna like this one. Then I have Wonder. I actually already have this book in the classroom, but I thought, you know, might as well get another copy just in case somebody else wants to read it. Wonderful, wonderful book to read for young kids. I have this one, Step Into Reading, How to Help the Earth by the Lorax. This is like what do you call it? Like read on your own, helping kids read on their own. These are you know, smaller books, but it's trying to get kids that are starting to read, get them more confident. You know, the language that is used, and how the book is done is just to help kids, you know, with their reading and like starter readers. So anytime I get my hands on one of these, I'm gonna for sure get it. Then I have this one, Where the Sidewalk Ends. I read this one for a college thing that I had to do, and I told myself that I was going to buy this one day and keep it have it in my classroom, and I finally have one. You know, it's used, but it's still in very good condition, and I'm glad that it's still here. There's a note. Oh, I always like finding things like this in used books. It's so exciting. I also found this one. This says Latino Read Aloud Stories, and I'm gonna move these so that I can open this book. But they have stories in Spanish. So, and if I'm, yeah, they'll have it in English, the story in English, and then they'll have it in Spanish, which is so cool to find. Juan Bobo el Rico, The Haunted House of Ponce de Leon, La Casa Encantada de Ponce de Leon. So yeah, it'll have the English and then the Spanish story, which I thought it was such a cool find. I don't know how old these stories are. I don't know. Some of, like, I have never heard of these stories. But, I'm excited to read these. and have them both in English and Spanish in the same book is so cool. I'm really excited to have this one, and I'll be reading off of this one a lot. I'm thinking. I also have these A to Z mysteries. Never heard of these, but I thought, you know, it is another book that, you know, it's easy to read. The letters, the words are, it's a bigger print, so I'm thinking this is something that they'll like in school. Pete the Cat. I can never pass a Pete the Cat book. And I can read books, so it's easier for kids that are starting to read, and it'll have this, just like the other one. It'll tell you what level they are. For example, this is the third step, reading on your own, grades from 1 to 3. Is your child comfortable taking new words? Does your child like to read on his or her own? It's time for step 3. And then this one, I believe this one is my first ideal for sharing with emergent readers. So it'll give you the steps, and so when you feel like your child or your student is ready for them, you know, you can pass it on. And like I said, these are great stories. Pete the Cat, you can't go wrong with Pete the Cat. I love it. We've been reading Pete the Cat in our family for a very long time. Then I found this one, The Principal from the Black Lagoon. Oh my goodness, I love these stories. And they also have, it's the same series, but they have chapter books. So if your reader is ready for a chapter book, they have a whole series about, you know, the what is it called? The teacher from the Black Lagoon, the principal from the Black Lagoon, the substitute teacher from the Black Lagoon, the nurse from the Black Lagoon. And they're really, really cute stories of, you know, the kid letting his imagination just go wild, and great stories to read with kids. I found this one. I have no idea what it is about. I have not seen it anywhere, but it's Sofia Martinez, My Family Adventure, and it does say includes Spanish words and glossary, so it looks like it's another story, you know, easy to read, with some illustrations. Oh, the illustrations are so cute. And then in the back, because it uses words in Spanish, it does say that it has a glossary. So Spanish glossary, and it'll tell you what they mean, which can be very helpful for a student that does not know Spanish. Junie B. Jones. I found this one. My oldest daughter used to read Junie B. Jones all the time. Oh, and I got another 2 A to Z mysteries. The Deadly Dungeon and Kidnapped King. These look like, you know, mysteries that could be interesting for young readers. I'm excited to have those available in the classroom. And then I have this Scholastic Encyclopedia of Animals. And this is just, you know, nonfiction book that tells them stories about animals. And what I've learned from my students is they love to learn about animals and their habitats, and what just what they do and what they eat and how they survive and all kinds of that. So I think this one is going to be a very popular book in the classroom, because I've already known that I've learned that they just love this. They love this kind of stuff. They love to learn about other species and, you know, get into it. And then they love to share about any kind of animal that they learn about. So I can tell this one is going to be really, really popular. So yeah, and some of these bugs. And yeah, this one was a great find, as well as all the other ones. You know, I'm really, really excited. So I'm going to be putting adding them to my library pretty soon, and I'm so excited. I'm tempted to just keep this one at home. Keep it here until I've read it all, and then I will share it in the classroom. But I also have, in my classroom, we have a very diverse classroom, and kids that have asked me if I would include books in Spanish. So maybe like doing short stories, maybe that'll help. But that is my little haul from the library. Support your local library, you know, anytime you can. And happy National Library Week.